What's up, guys, and welcome back to Beyond the Void Horror Podcast. My name is Alex, and today we're going to be doing a spoiler-free review of a new movie that I have been anticipating called Dashcam. It's from the director of Host, the other found footage film that everybody was raving about. Let's go. So when I saw Host back a couple years ago or whatever, I absolutely loved it. It was right in the middle of the pandemic, and we were kind of upset that we thought we were not going to be able to see any movies, let alone have a life, if everybody was going to survive and whatnot. So it was a nice ray of sunshine to have this really twisted found footage film that was made directly from computer to computer in the middle of this pandemic. Couple years, fast forward, we got a new movie from the same director, Rob Savage, who is back to do another found footage style, only in this scenario, it is about two friends who meet up and get caught up in this crazy thing. Technically, it's about one character who goes to England to visit her friend who used to be in a band with this guy, and they get into a situation where they're driving around and literally all hell is breaking loose around them. This movie is definitely one of the wildest, grossest, most bizarre car rides I have ever taken. So we got Gemma Hurley, Rob Savage, Jed Shepard writing on this, and we have stars Annie Hardy, who is the main star of the movie, alongside with Amar, Shadna Patel, and Angela Anahora, who are in the movie. There's a lot of different characters, obviously, but some of the main ones are the character Annie Hardy. That's her actual real name, by the way. She has a show that she does occasionally on her YouTube channel called Bandcar, and somehow they decided to use her to make a movie about this crazy happening in a car ride in England. Now, there is some controversy about this film, and a lot of people are having some weird opinions about this movie. So I'm just going to go ahead and kind of help guide you through the fucking problems. One, if you're not a found footage fan, this movie is not for you. Should you try and watch it? Absolutely. If you don't like him though, sorry, not for you. Two, we also have Annie Hardy, who stars in this movie, who has been rather vocal during the pandemic about being anti-vax. So I've heard. I don't know directly because this is the first time I'm ever actually meeting this person or seeing this person or finding out about them. This has caused a lot of controversy within the community of people who watch movies because in their mind, they feel that they need to sign off on this character. To be clear, this is a character that is rapping and being obnoxious and being overly abrasive about the pandemic and wearing masks and putting people down for that kind of thing. I would say that Annie Hardy is what Hunter S. Thompson once said when he was talking about his lawyer in Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas. There he goes, one of God's own prototypes, a high-powered mutant of some kind never even considered for mass production. Too weird to live, too rare to die. I'd say that pretty much sums up Annie Hardy. But either way, this movie is a blast. It is a lot of fun. There is a lot going on in this movie, and it is an emotional roller coaster ride because, yeah, I had my own preconceived notions about what this movie was going to be about based on some of that controversy. But I want you to understand one thing. By watching this movie, you are not signing a petition or an agreement to support this character in any way, any more than you would, say, Leatherface when he's chopping people, human living beings, to pieces in a fictitious story in the middle of Texas. You don't support that in real life, and don't worry about supporting Annie in her real life. This is a character which the producer, Douglas Cox, probably said it best. We're not making a documentary about Annie. She's much less abrasive of a character in real life than she is in the movie. Enough said. Some more on the movie. This movie is absolutely gross. This movie takes a little while to get off the ground and has a lot of rapping in it, believe it or not. Now, I don't know if you've ever seen M. Night Shyamalan's movie, The Visit, which was also sort of a found footage-y kind of movie. For whatever reason, it's just because of the rap in there. The kid in the movie raps a lot, but that's kind of Annie Hardy's shtick in her band car thing that she travels around with. She does impromptu, off the top, making fun jokes about rapping and just saying things off the top of her head to music while she drives. And so they incorporated that in this movie that goes and drags this character through hell. There is a lot of surprises in this movie. You may think that you may know what this movie is going to be about, and you will be absolutely wrong. There are some funny things that are Easter eggs in this movie as well, as that are done on the screen, because this is all done as a live cast while Annie and her friend are traveling around going through hell. There's people commenting on the screen talking about like what is happening on the screen. And oftentimes when I've seen movies that try to attempt this, a lot of what you see in the bottom left-hand side is kind of It's not that great. This is the first time I've actually seen a movie that does it as well as it does. It actually helps and adds to the movie. There was a scene in which I can't even speak about that one of the comments said something about what somebody looked like and called them a tampire. And I lost it, dude. It was insane. Now, you may think that may give you a hint as what this movie is about, but you're wrong. You're going to be wrong. By the end of the movie, you'll have no idea what the fuck this movie is. And I thought I knew halfway through, like for sure. But by the end of the movie, it proved me wrong and goes in some pretty bizarre, fucked up locations. Now, there are some things about the movie that I think a lot of people are probably going to be critical about. One, there's a lot of rapping in the movie, which may not make everybody the most comfortable. The particular style and branding that Annie Hardy brings to the table with this other character and other characters, it's part of the movie. It makes it unique. It's just in here. So if that bothers you, yeah, you're going to miss out on a great movie that is kind of crazy and all over the place. Two, the camera work in this movie is pretty heavily all over the place. It is to be expected in a kind of realistic way if you think about it. There's so much going on in this movie that there is no way that you would just be holding the camera still while it is happening, because it is just one thing after another that just keeps coming at you as this movie progresses and gets worse and worse and worse and worse. Much like Host. Starts out slow, then goes to bananas by the end of the movie. Now, these two movies are very different because Host had some characters that a lot of people actually kind of liked. And Annie is a character that some are going to be on the fence whether they feel hesitant to laugh with, feel hesitant to laugh with. And it's just one of those dynamics in this movie that I think was put in there for entertainment purposes only. You know, it's not there to make a statement. It's not there to cause problems or anything like that. It's just eye candy, weird candy, entertainment candy for the movie. Okay. All in all, though, I mean, there is a lot going on here. I had a lot of laughs. I had a lot of like, whoa, what the fuck moments in this movie. There is a lot of gore. There is a lot of blood. There is a lot of really gross moments in the movie, specifically in the beginning. You're going to have a hard time, even if you don't like the character Annie, you're going to have, like I said, a hard time not laughing with her because she says some pretty fucking funny shit. Obviously, some people are going to be super critical about this movie. I've already read some of the reviews, and you can already tell that people feel the need to pick a side, and I really personally had to set that aside in myself to just enjoy the movie for what it was. And boy, did it take me, and I think you should check it out. I'd give this movie an 8.5 out of 10, maybe even a 9. It is so diametrically opposed to the tones that you get with the first movie as far as character-wise, but some of that raw stuff that's going on in the movie, they've got a lot more money and a lot more funding to do some more wilder shit in the movie that you've probably ever seen in a found footage film. If you're a found footage fan, this is probably going to be a great treat for you. There are gripes that could be had. I think they can be overlooked specifically because this is such a fun ride. It's such a wild, weird, bizarre fucking movie that it's just, you have to like it. It's one of my favorite movies this year, and I'm probably going to watch it again tonight. After I get this review up to you guys, I'm probably going to watch it again. And if it helps you to enjoy the film and you can't get past the fact that this character and her particular interests or disinterests, then maybe just get a nice dose of Schadenfreude with watching her go through hell and enjoying all the mayhem that happens to her and all of her friends. But other than that, thank you guys so much for coming by. What do you think about this film? Did you enjoy it? Did you see it yet? Are you hesitant because it might have themes that you feel like you need to sign off on? Just go in and enjoy the film. But thanks for coming by, guys, and as always, long live the void.